Welcome to the Signals Room. This is Jackie, and today I want to talk just a little bit about why certain places instantly exhaust you. There's something I've really been thinking about lately, and that is that most people treat the nervous system like it only reacts to major stress, traumatic events, big bad news, emotional events. But the body's paying attention to much smaller things than that. The lighting in a room, the noise level in a store or restaurant, the energy of certain environments, even just the modern pace of life. And honestly, sometimes you walk into a place and your whole body quietly says, nope. Not dramatically, not consciously, not even intellectually, just tension. And I think a lot of people have spent years overriding signals like that because they assumed they were meaningless. One thing I've started noticing more as I've gotten older is how quickly the body responds to environments before the mind fully forms an opinion. There are places that instantly make me feel calm, and then there's places that make me feel like my nervous system wants to crawl out a side exit. Maybe that's one reason practices like feng shui have endured for so long. Long before anyone was talking about nervous system regulation, sensory overload, or stress physiology, people were paying attention to how spaces affected the way they felt. Different traditions explain it differently, but the observation itself is surprisingly simple. The spaces we spend time in influence us, sometimes more than we realize. Too bright, too loud, too chaotic, too much stimulation competing for attention. And what's interesting is modern culture often treats sensitivity like weakness. But biologically, sensitivity is information. Your nervous system is constantly scanning. Is it safe? Is this overwhelming? Can I recover here? Can I breathe here? Do I need to stay guarded? Most people think exhaustion only comes from doing too much. But sometimes exhaustion comes from spending years inside environments that your body never actually relaxed in. And I think smell is part of that story too. Not in a trendy wellness way, but in a deeply biological way. Certain smells immediately soften people. Certain smells create tension. Certain smells trigger memory before conscious thought even catches up. The body recognizes patterns incredibly fast. Honestly, I think modern humans are carrying an unbelievable amount of sensory overload now. Notifications on your phone, noise everywhere, artificial lighting, constant stimulation, artificial fragrances, traffic, screens, background stress. And then we wonder why people feel wired, exhausted, emotionally reactive, and unable to fully recover. The nervous system was never designed for nonstop input without interruption, which is why creating environments that actually feel restorative matters more than people realize. Not perfect environments, not fantasy wellness retreat environments, just spaces where the body can exhale a little. A calmer room, softer lighting, a quieter evening, a familiar scent, less chaos competing for attention. Sometimes recovery starts with reducing the amount of information the nervous system is being forced to process all day long. And honestly, I think the body's been trying to tell us that for a very long time. Anyway, just some thoughts from the signals room, and maybe a reminder that the body notices more than we think it does.